Hi everyone, I have a DIY video for you today. I have been in the process of trying to figure out or just like make my schedule and my plans work so that I can get a tattoo, because I've been wanting to get this one certain tattoo design, and this is a little bit of what it looks like. It looks like spilled paint, and this is also what it looks like. Do you see that there on my arm? I designed this tattoo. I am a professional artist, a graphic designer. I don't know, I work for myself, I work from home, and I do a lot of different things, and one of my favorite things in the world is to paint. And so I'm happiest when I'm painting, and I thought it would be really cool to have a tattoo where it looks like I'm permanently kind of paint stained. So I designed this for myself, and I've been thinking about getting this tattoo for like 2 to 3 years, but I wanted to make sure that I had the colors right and just the design and the placement and the size. So I wanted to test drive it. So I designed it and I put it on this tattoo paper, which is Silhouette brand tattoo paper, and in the spirit of like think before you ink, so then I can be absolutely sure that it's like really what I want. And I actually have 2 other tattoos, but this third one is really special, so I wanted to like make sure absolutely that it was how and like what I wanted it to be. But so I've been test driving this tattoo, but I found this on Amazon, and it was kind of a challenge for me to kind of like really figure out how it worked without like going through a couple of them and wasting them. So I figured that I would do a DIY just to show you how easy it is to like, you could make temporary tattoos in Microsoft Word or in PicMonkey, and then print them on here, and I'm going to show you how this works. And so I thought I'd do a DIY on that. So if you're interested in seeing how I did this temporary tattoo of my own, so that you can think before you ink and test drive a tattoo before you get it maybe this summer, then stick around for the video, and I don't know, I hope that maybe you learned something new, or you're inspired to try something new. So let's go ahead and watch the video. So what you're going to need for this DIY is you're going to need this right here, which is Silhouette brand tattoo paper. I think that you could probably use a different tattoo paper, but I read all the Amazon reviews and it seemed like this one was the best one. Again, the reason why I'm doing this DIY is because when I went and kind of like researched temporary tattoo papers and tried to find one, you know, I got this, and there are, let's see here, there are only 2 printable tattoo sheets in this right here, which is kind of expensive, but at the same time, it's really, really good quality. And I'm a professional artist, so I'm pretty picky about paper and just like art material, and so this was totally worth it. And like I said, I will link this where it is on Amazon in the down bar. But you're going to need the Silhouette tattoo paper here. That's what I used, at least. And then you're going to need a printer. I used an inkjet printer and a computer. And whatever it is that you want to use for just kind of like your image. And this is an 8.5 by 11 paper here. So just think about like just a standard size sheet of paper is about the size, like that's what that's what this started out as. And what I've done is I have just kind of like worked with the design and tried to fix the color and the saturation of it, just like the brightness, the contrast, all of that, so that it's exactly the way that I want it. And then I just put all of them on one sheet, and I've just been using them kind of over and over again until I get permanently inked with this design here. So, and just a little bit of like history kind of behind this. It's a little bit hard to show you, but I can show you like at least a little bit on here. See how it has, there we go, the word right there, it says beloved, okay, or beloved. I like to do this thing, or at least I have done this thing in the past, called one little word, where you just have one word that is a little bit of something that you just kind of bear in mind for your year, almost like a theme word. And so beloved or beloved, it's kind of like been my theme word for this year, which is really appropriate just because a lot of really positive things have happened for me, including me getting like remarried after being in a really, really challenging just stretch of time in my life. I am a survivor of domestic abuse, and yeah, I'm sorry to like even bring that up. It's like not a very savory kind of a detail of my life, but you know what, I'm moving past it. And so in the past I've gotten a tattoo just at real milestones in my life. I don't know, it's just kind of worked that way. And the last time I got a tattoo was like over 15 years ago, because I'm 37 actually. But I've been thinking about this tattoo for like 2 years or so, but as I said, I really wanted to kind of like test drive it before I actually got it permanently on my arm, even though I feel like it looks really, really good. Like I like how it looks and everything, so I have the tattoo artist picked out and everything. And so anyway, let me go ahead and show you how this all works, and hopefully you're inspired to maybe try it yourself. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do the DIY. Okay, so I'm here at my computer and I just have Microsoft Word open up, and I have 3 graphics that I just picked. I pulled off of Google Images. Let me just kind of reiterate, this is not my original artwork. I just wanted to do this for an example, like my tattoo art, which is right here. Like, that is kind of an example of my original artwork that I made adjustments and everything. But this artwork is all stuff that I just pulled off of Google Images, and I pulled it just because I know that stylistically it's trending, and I don't know, I really like the color purple, and I thought that these would be kind of pretty for examples for tattoo designs. So what you'll find is once you pull your images into Microsoft Word, what you need to do is you actually need to do a mirror reflection, or just like reverse this image, because if we simply printed this image right from Microsoft Word onto the tattoo paper, and then you tried to apply it to make it into like the temporary tattoo, it would actually show this as a reverse image, like it would read backwards. So in order for it to read correctly, for it to say where you invest your love, you invest your life, we need to do a reflection of this, like a reflected image. So there's a couple of ways that you can do it, but the easiest way, honestly, to do it is to click on it so that you get the brackets here, and then just grab one of the handles and drag it so that it flips over on itself, like it's backwards, okay? And so now this is going to print correctly the way that we want it to. Something that you also want to keep in mind is up here, see these here? These are guides for how long this is. So this is actually like 3 inches long, and that's kind of long in terms of a tattoo. Like if you were to put this on your forearm or something, then that is something that, I don't know, it would take up like a pretty significant amount of your forearm, and I personally wouldn't want a tattoo that's that size. That's just a little bit too big for me. So you can always just grab the handle and just kind of like resize it to be the size that you want it to be, and then just keep an eye. You can even see there where it pops up Microsoft Word, it tells you how wide things are, and you want to just keep in mind that you want the proportions to be correct for the wording and everything. So maybe it's because I'm an art teacher, I don't know why, but I get a good feel for when I'm resizing things to be able to tell like what it's going to look like when it's like the right way. But I'm just going to resize this here real quick. And then you'll see here, just looking up here, this is about now 2 inches wide, which I think is a little less than 2 inches wide. So that could fit like maybe across your wrist, like at the wrist. And I think that that would work. And just so that I don't waste any paper, I'm going to right click it and copy it. And then I can just right click it and paste. Oop, I don't want to do that, sorry. I can just right click it and paste it right next to it, so then I can have more than one. So you could always just, I'm going to do like 3 right in a row just to fill up the space, the page. And so then like you could, I guess, like share these with a friend, make one for yourself, make one for other people. Let me see here if I can just do this real quick. Sorry, I'm like not used to doing this in Microsoft Word just because I usually use Photoshop. That's like kind of my choice of what to do. So I'm going to just resize this one too. And this is a dandelion that says whatever will be, will be. And looking at this, this is about 1.5 inches wide. Now it's about like 2 inches. And then looking over here, it's about like, I guess about 1.5 by 1.5. So then I'm going to just reflect this by right clicking, dragging it across like this. Okay. So that just like flips it over. Now I can stretch it out a little more so that proportionally it's maybe a little bit what I want it to be. Now just kind of knowing what I know about tattoo. So just knowing what I know about tattoo art and how difficult it is to do really, really small details and things, and like how big the needles are. Something like this, that's way too small for them to be able to do successfully. So this size, I mean, this would work for temporary tattoos, which is what we're doing here, but it wouldn't necessarily work for like realistically getting a tattoo, because even the very best tattoo artists in the world, they have to have a needle that's small enough for doing this kind of work. So let's see here. So here is the elephant that's a little bit of a like a geo, kind of a modern design. This, we're gonna make this about like 2 inches, and then a little more like 1.25 inches. We're going to do just like we did before, grab the handle and just flip it over and around. There we go. And now I'm going to just keep like pasting it. Okay. And then I can just show you like the whole page, kind of how much space. So this, I'm gonna just like keep doing this over and over again so that I just fill up the page. And I'm just gonna select all of this, oops. Right click, copy it, and then just paste it like below. So then I don't waste any tattoo paper. Oops. We're just gonna go up here and do select all. We're going to do copy, and then we'll do right click and paste. And there we go. Now we have just the whole paper that is filled up with the tattoo art. We could probably do like 1 more row, so we'll just do the feathers. Oops, sorry. Right click. Well, anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to actually be putting like another row of feathers down here, so then I use up the whole entire space and then I don't waste anything. And now we're going to go and we're going to print it, so then I can show you just kind of like how it works. Okay, so now I have my full document here, and I'm going to print this. So you would just print this just like you would, just like, you know, anything else. I'm just going to go to file and then print, and then just send it like, you know, right to my printer whenever that comes up. So, and I will show you how to kind of like load the paper, you know, current page, and then you would just do print, and let me show you kind of how it prints out. So once you take this tattoo paper out of the packaging, it's going to have 2 of these sheets. This is for like just kind of like the adhesive, the plastic coating that goes over top of it that you would kind of like peel off. And this is the paper that you would print on, this right here. And this has 2 sides. One is like a printed side, like this, it has like a pattern on it. And then the other one, this is the side that you print on. So you might want to do a test print actually with your paper in your printer, just to make sure that like you know which side it's going to print, because you only get 2 sheets of tattoo paper in this Silhouette brand like tattoo paper set. So you want to make sure that when you print on the side that does not have this right here. Okay, that's what you want to do. And in all honesty, you could like die cut these out on your Silhouette machine, but I just hand cut them because I mean, I have a Silhouette, but I just hand cut them. It's, I don't know, just as well for me. And then I'm going to show you, after we print it off, I'm going to show you how to apply this paper so that it makes it like fully the tattoo art that you want it to be, because this part is a little bit tricky. So I'm going to show you how to do it so that it's not as tricky. Okay, so now I have printed off my tattoo sheet, and I use an inkjet printer. I have like different kinds of printers just because I do professional print work and everything, so I do test prints at home. And I have some professional grade equipment and things, so I can like kind of print in-house, or I can send it out if I really need to. But I've printed it out, and you'll see it's a pretty good, high quality kind of a print. The colors look pretty good. And now what we're going to do is we are going to apply this green sheet right here, which is this is what actually really makes it into the temporary tattoo. Now what we're going to do, and I only have a handheld camera, I'm really sorry, my bracket for my tripod is broken, otherwise I would do this in a different way, but right here at the one edge you'll see it's kind of split. It's like a strip here, and what we're going to do is we're going to peel this off so that this strip is exposed, and then we're going to see how it kind of like it splits like this. We're going to peel this off so the strip is exposed. Then we're going to apply the strip up here so that it holds on, and so then this needs to attach in one sheet clear, like right across this down here, so then it just covers it completely. Okay, so then the classic kind of temporary tattoo that you might get out of like a machine or like, I don't know, at Target or something. So I'm going to do that, and then I will show you how to apply the tattoo. Okay, so I've applied the strip right there, and you can see I didn't do the best job, like it's a little bit off center, but I left a little bit of like kind of white space there around it, so then it's not that big of a deal if it's not perfect. It does waste a little bit of tattoo paper, but in all honesty, I just really want to preserve those designs that are in there, so that's why I did that. So I pulled that strip off before, and then I applied it, so now this is a little bit of like a flap, like it's attached like this. Can you see that? Okay. And so now what we're going to do is we are going to simply, we're going to pull off this green backing, and then this is going to just lay itself down and kind of come and roll itself right over top of all of this stuff in the most seamless way it can. So, and again, I'm really sorry that I can't do this, like I have to have a handheld camera, but unfortunately this is how I have to do it. So that's how it's going to work. It's just going to kind of like roll itself, and it's going to lay itself flat right over top of this. So now we've applied this green paper. It was like remember I kind of rolled it, okay? And this has the clear plastic thing on it now. And now all we're gonna do is we just need to cut these out, and then I will show you how to apply it with water so that it's a tattoo. So in like scrapbooking and kind of like planner world, it's called fussy cutting, to like individually kind of cut them out, but that's simply what we're gonna do. Okay, so I have one that I've cut out. I've just cut out like the feather, and that's just large enough so that you can see it could like, sorry, again, I'm doing this like one-handed, so that it's like, it would fit just like right across my wrist, which is what I wanted to show you. And that backwards, of course, it says, you know, where you invest your love, you invest your life. So we're gonna go, and I'm gonna show you how to apply this now onto your wrist. Okay, so this tattoo, it had, you know, like the film over top of it, just like any tattoo that you might have. So I just peeled the film off, and then I laid it kind of face down here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to saturate it with water using just this paper towel here, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I kind of when it pulls up. And there you go. There's the tattoo. There you can see kind of how small it is and how it kind of stretches across my hand. Okay, it says where you invest your love, you invest your life. And I think that that's a pretty good kind of a test drive for like a tattoo, and yeah, it fits perfectly kind of across my wrist, that feather. Where you invest your love, you invest your life. And yeah, you can kind of see a little bit of a shine that you can tell that it's like, you know, a fake tattoo, but I feel like to test drive a tattoo idea, it's a pretty good like dupe, I guess you could call, just to kind of try out something. And like I said, this is a really, really intricate and small design. You're going to be hard pressed to find a tattoo artist that can apply a tattoo with such a small font. But just for the purposes of just for fun or something, like this is just a really fun thing to do. So there you go. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that long ago when I got my first tattoo and then my second tattoo, I don't know, like I never had this option to DIY a temporary one to kind of like test drive it. And I don't regret the tattoos that I've gotten in the past. I got one when I was just like kind of in high school and I just turned 18, and one in my college years. And now I'm a mom, and I'm, you know, married, and I work for myself, and I'm a professional artist, and I work in marketing amongst other things. And you know, this would have been a great option for me to have way back when, just because since I am a professional artist, and I'm formerly a high school art teacher, and I used to sit and talk with my my art students. They would actually ask me about tattoo designs, and you know, like what I thought about tattoo art and everything. And I think honestly, tattoo art is really beautiful and amazing. It goes back to art history and body art and just forms of self-expression and ways to identify yourself actually with like your tribe attracts your vibe, I guess. But tattoo art goes back to like tribal art and body art at that, and giving people a sense of belonging, as it has to do with people having the same tattoos, like a shared tattoo design. Even like the idea of like a family crest, like if you've ever heard of that in art history or anything, that's all stuff that you can like look up, or maybe we can like talk about here on YouTube or something. But I don't know, I think tattoo is really beautiful and amazing, and I've been wanting to get this tattoo here that makes it look like I am permanently kind of paint stained because I am a professional artist. I'm in the process right now of actually illustrating a book where I have to have over 100, maybe close to like 160 pieces of original artwork, which I am steadily kind of making my way through, and I can do photography and painting and drawing and all of that, and so it's just an ongoing process. I'm doing it in collaboration with a friend of mine who is a college professor, and so yeah, but in doing all of this, and the fact that like I'm kind of in a new phase of my life, a whole new phase of like my profession and my career, so and I've been thinking about getting this tattoo for like the past 3 to 4 years, no, 2 to 3 years, but whatever the case, I don't enter into getting a tattoo lightly. It's permanent body art, and even though yes, you can get tattoos removed, it can be it is a very painful process, on top of the fact that like your skin's never gonna go back to being like absolutely the way that it was, or you have to get something to cover it up. So I just kind of want to get a tattoo, or just to be sure of what I want to get for a tattoo, so that I'm happy with the placement and the size and the color and all of it. The other thing is, since this is a watercolor style tattoo, I guess you could say, it looks like spilled paint because I'm a professional painter. See those paintings back there? I did that and that. I have paintings kind of all over my house and everything, and I have taught people professionally how to paint and stuff. But since this is a very unique style, it's a newer style within the past decade or so. Since it's newer, it's not as easy to like just go and just find a tattoo artist. So that's another tip if you're wanting to get a tattoo, especially one that's in the style of what I have. You really want to research your tattoo artist and find someone that you look at their portfolio and you spend time talking to them, that you are I don't know, you're finding out about what their experience is, what their comfort level is, and what your comfort level is with them applying the tattoo to you, because it's a very personal experience. So, and it's also expensive too. Some tattoo art is very, very expensive, and it takes a while. It takes like over a couple of different sessions. So, but I know that tattoo art is just like kind of trending again, and all different kinds of tattoo art. I love actually looking through hashtags on Instagram and stuff, and just looking at all the different kinds of tattoo art, all the different variations that are out there to get. So this now gives you the option, because now you can print your own tattoo, design and print your own tattoo. And I do tattoo design. I have people that have contacted me, and I consider tattoos to be kind of like commissioned art, where I will they will tell me a little bit of what they want, and then I will design it. And now that Silhouette has this really awesome paper, this Silhouette tattoo, or you've watched this DIY video, now you can like design your own tattoos. And I did this video because when I was looking for tattoo paper on Amazon, I found this brand, the Silhouette brand, but I'm kind of an Amazon reviews junkie. Like, I love reading the reviews, and I don't know, I had a hard time using the paper. I like wasted a couple of sheets, and it's not like the most expensive, but it's also not cheap, and I just don't like to waste things. So I thought I would do this DIY to show people how to use it, and maybe you can try it out at home, and now you can test drive, you can think before you ink, test drive any tattoo ideas that you have, or just kind of have fun with it. Like, you can do it for a girls' night out sort of a thing, or for like a kid's birthday party, or I don't know. So I hope that you enjoyed this DIY, and I'm going to keep trying to do kind of more DIYs of all different types. So thank you for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, then definitely subscribe. And I really enjoy hanging out with you here and just teaching you how to do stuff like this. So if you have any questions about this tutorial, this DIY, and just kind of like, I don't know, anything of any videos, then please feel free to leave any questions down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the next video, because who knows what I could do next. And that's it for now. I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for giving me your time today, and that's it. Bye.